Mystery Date, the thrilling new Milton Bradley game of romance and mystery that's just for you. And you, and you, and you. Mystery Date. Will you be ready for swimming? Or a dance? When you open the door, will your mystery date be a dream? Or a dud?
Oh!
Fun and surprises. That's Mystery Date. So, girls,
open the door for your mystery date.
Get Mystery Date.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to reiterate my concern for taxpayers in regard to this proposed budget. At a time when our citizens are sitting around their kitchen tables talking about where they can cut spending in order to make ends meet, this board is increasing spending and taking on bonds and financial commitments at an alarming rate. Some current and former city employees have actually confided in me that they've witnessed firsthand departmental waste. Many of these employees also stand with the displeasure and disapproval of many of the union bosses, as they only look out for the guys at the top.
Well, last night the missus drove the pickup all the way downtown. And on TV I saw her fussing and pouting like a dad-burned clown. I got the City Hall blues. I got the City Hall blues. Lord, I got 'em. I got the City Hall blues. When we lived in Hog Collar, we was happy enough. But we moved to the big city and it's sure been rough. I got the City Hall blues. I got the City Hall blues. Lord, I got 'em. I got the City Hall blues. My missus thinks she's the mayor of this whole darn town. Since we arrived in the Queen City, all she does is bitch and frown. I got the City Hall blues. I got the City Hall blues. Lord, I got 'em. I got the City Hall blues. Well, I'd like to step right back to our old truck farm. The missus should be milking cows in our old red barn. Instead of f***ing off all the men with their bull and blarney, I got the City Hall blues. I got the City Hall blues. Lord, I got 'em. I got the City Hall blues.
Hello, Manchester, and welcome to Wpyp-Tv. It is with a heavy heart today that I am speaking to you. I don't know how many of you have heard about the, I don't know if you'd call it a scandal, that Glenn R.J. Ouellette triggered recently. But let me tell you my version of events. I had called in the Matt Connerton show, which I appear on quite regularly. I will be on there after this program at 5. And if you know me, I know a fairly great amount about history and current events. And so I was called in and talked to Matt about the recent event in the British Parliament where Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, had to face a motion of no confidence where the members of his party, because in a parliamentary system, the party with the most seats forms the government, and the head of the party becomes the prime minister, and a vote of no confidence by the members would have ended what they called the premiership of Boris Johnson. And a lot of people were predicting he would not survive the vote. So I was talking about this on Matt Connaughton's show. And I believe Glenn R.J. Ouellette was on the show at the time. I think he was. And so I made a joke sometime in the program that the Board of Mayor and Aldermen had passed a motion of no confidence in Glenn R.J. Ouellette's singing, and that he was banned from singing at City Hall. The thing is, that Glenn's been on a real jag lately, singing on Matt's show. He no longer was appearing on the morning show because he refused to sing a song that he agreed to. And Peter White just felt that Glenn had violated a oral contract to actually perform a song. I think it's called Boys Club. I am not familiar with that song. And so, as a joke, I said that, as I told you, I mean, you can go online and you find these like newspaper meme generators, all these things, I first learned about them, I think, from Joel Elber when I used to be at this desk, but on the other side, when I was a frequent guest on Mansterdam, which was, Peter White was the host of that. And so I quickly made up a thing where, it was like I took a picture of Glenn from years ago. Danny O'Neill was still on the board. He had a beard at that time. I can't even remember when that was. And Elizabeth, Danny got defeated last year. Elizabeth Morrow was in the picture because, and she had to, about 2 years ago, she had to resign from the board because she no longer was living in her district. And, I put the thing, flash, it's like a news break. The Board of Aldermen has passed a motion of no confidence banning Glenn R.J. Ouellette from singing at City Hall. And Matt mentioned to him, and, it was what you'd call a light jest, a joke. Well, in the next morning, I was listening to the morning show. I guess this would be 2 days ago. Pardon me because I've been traumatized by all these events, as you'll soon hear about. And I was in the morning show chat room, and I put a thing that when Carol Robidoux of Manchester Inklink called in for her, segment about the news in Manchester, that Peter should ask Carol about the Board of Aldermen passing this motion of no confidence, banning Glenn from singing at City Hall. Now, the thing was, on Matt's show, Matt Connaughton Unleashed, Glenn had said that it was fake news because the Board of Aldermen weren't meeting. They weren't meeting that night. It was Tuesday. They were not going to meet on that night. And, everything's happened so quickly, a fella can get confused, particularly about where the presents of my guests are. And they're supposed to be here now. And Glenn tells Matt, well, this is fake news. The aldermen are not meeting. In the summer, according to the city charter, which governs the Board of Aldermen, they just don't meet in the summer. They only meet once a month because, in the old days, there was no air conditioning. I guess we don't have any air conditioning today here, do we? Oh, they're here. Kyle, you come over here and sit, but Gonzo, you take a seat. Oh, thank you. You returned my phone.
You have to wait for the server.
So, Glenn said that the Board of Aldermen indeed were not meeting. And so how could they have passed this motion? Because, it was summer. It's a recess. They only meet once a month. So I am mowing my lawn yesterday. and our Joanna, we'll call her that, who seems to have an animus against our guest, Gonzo. Gonzo, you're all sweated out. Have you been playing baseball?
It's pool water, John.
Oh, I thought he might be having sex or something.
Nope.
No.
Because he isn't married now.
Just at the pool.
Oh, okay, and someday we'll get the explanation of where he was actually at, but that will come soon. Let me get the messages I got yesterday. Okay.
Let's pull them up.
Oh, to Joanna, I have an iPhone 6 because, I'm very poor and it no longer, downloads anything. So here we go. I am mowing the lawn. And you have to remember, I was sued by Mayor Ted Gatzis years ago for authoring a petition asking the Board of Aldermen to look in his, I would call alleged cover-up of a rape during the, I think it was the 2015 election. And I was mowing the lawn at my old place in Ward 10 when Mark Hayward, the union leader, called me, and I said, I'm mowing the lawn. After I finish mowing the lawn, maybe I'll
I didn't touch her.
respond to it. Shh, you're on a timeout right now. You live your time. And so, and I don't remember if I ever called Mark. It went right into the papers, MUR, and everybody picks it up. So here we go. So I'm mowing the lawn again. I mean, these are things that, this is what flashbacks are like, folks,
How many times do you mow the lawn per month?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah, it depends on what's happening. Okay, so I get Joanna, who has a real animus against Gonzo, and I think her calling in caused a real melee last year where I threatened to strangle Gonzo and Andy Sylvia. I think, his shopping bag fell on the floor or something.
No, he's just a little
Were you
disgruntled.
there that time? I can't even remember you because I was so traumatized at that one.
I was sitting in that chair. Yes,
traumatized.
John. I was here.
I was
Okay.
sitting where Andy was sitting.
Here I get it.
Sorry, John.
I'd like you to keep the camera on me. Gonzo. Gonzo's better looking than me. I think that the 93. Didn't we, Kyle? You had the figures. 93% of all the people and men, or maybe people. We don't talk like men anymore. Are more attractive to me. That's why I grew the beard, and why I have Sullivan country in the hat. I find that right-wing women are very exciting. In some ways. So here we go. 1600, which is 4 o'clock. I use military time because remember I'm a disabled vet with complex PTSD.
Yeah, we don't forget.
Okay, Glenn just made a. Oh, here we go. Hi, welcome to Wpyp-Tv. Who's this?
How we doing?
Is this Ron?
No, this is Juno.
Oh, I thought you were going to come by and drop by.
Yeah, I sent you a text, man. I couldn't make it down just 'cause I'm out in the middle. I was trying to put a water heater in and stuff, but I'd love to chat with you guys. What time you want me to call in?
How about 4:30?
Wait a
All
minute.
right, sounds good, man.
Okay, take care.
Thanks, Patty.
Bye.
I'm
All right, I'll
confused.
talk to you.
Didn't he just call in?
Yeah, it's not your show today, Gonzo. You do have you're my number one go-to host when I get down in the dumps. So at 1600, Joanna, who as we know has a real animus against Gonzo, and I've asked to call in, but
She finds me attractive, though.
so did Vianon, but
They
you
all
don't
do.
want to bring that up because
Woman.
that's the woman I want to marry.
Okay.
But she has more sense than most Russians. But, okay, here we go. Glenn just made a huge stink about... Would you like to read it? No, because there's
I'll
other
be
stuff in
Glenn.
it. No, I can't.
I'll
This isn't
counterattack.
from Glenn. This is
No,
from
but
Joanna.
I'll improv. I'll be
Remember
Glenn.
that Joanna had you do that song?
No.
The Britney Spears song. And you did so well, and then she still caused trouble.
I do more than sing.
Well, yes,
dances
you've made
too.
2 babies, which is 2 more than me and Kyle.
That's-
baby.
Thank you.
Okay, let's focus now. We want to get through this.
I am focused.
did it.
Glenn just made a huge stink about your press release at City Hall. I heard the entire thing in person. LOL. Which I think Matt says, do you go lol or?
You say LOL. No, you
it-
say LOL.
It's laugh out loud. Yes.
Okay.
So it's lol, I believe.
Something about your press release today and you not being able to be at the meetings or something like that. Now, true, there was no press release, folks. There was just a little meme that I generated, and I blame Joel Elber or was it Peter White for teaching me how to do it? Although it's all,
You did a little editing.
But that was years ago, Okay, and I say, what press release? That they passed a motion of no confidence in his singing? Which, is, I don't think we can make obscene gestures on public TV.
I don't think you can, John.
They used to on the old Amsterdam when Ryan Gorman was, because they were at that hour at 11. But we had to behave ourselves on the old
This is family
Amsterdam.
hour.
Okay. He definitely said, this is Joanna, he definitely said something about some press release of yours today. Everyone looked at him like he didn't take his meds today. So, that's a personal thing.
Yep. You already hit that.
Glenn, is it true that at the TV studio when there was trouble with the elevators and you and John Hopwood were leaving one night and Hopwood expressed concern that if you guys took the elevator you might get stuck in it overnight, that you gave Hopwood a lascivious look and said it would be the best night of your life?
What does lascivious mean?
Another trauma.
What's lascivious mean?
CVS?
Lascivious, what does that mean?
Licorice, lascivious.
Unsavory?
Oh, like you want to hump somebody.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
So this is Joanna. I was literally in the same room, so I heard what I heard. LOL.
Joanne
You
stirs the
mean
pot.
this isn't on Matt Connarton's show? I'm doing yard work. I love gardening. I got complex PTSD, the Army trauma.
We all love gardening. It's okay.
Well, I really love gardening.
You had a green thumb?
My grandmother, Grammy Grace, told me that I had a green thumb back in 1965 when I was 5 years old. Although it could have been 64. It's hard when you're 60 to remember exact dates.
We're not going to hold you to that, John. Don't worry.
So here we go, Joanna. No, I was at the city clerk's office when he was saying he was going to the quote-unquote higher-ups. Yet another LOL.
It's 2 LOLs, if I'm counting correctly.
I made a derogatory comment about Glenn, and then I sent her a picture of see all the stuff that I had been doing.
You had weeded?
That looks lascivious.
That's very nice.
Nice job, John. Good job.
Yeah,
Good boy.
I loved it. And, all the pollen. I have such allergies.
You're better now.
There is a link between mental illness and allergies, but they haven't done much research on it. Benadryl used to be used to treat schizophrenia in the 1950s. I have not been diagnosed with anything that serious,
You haven't been diagnosed with allergies?
Or
allergy.
schizophrenia.
No, we're talking about mental illness.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you know that, just as an aside, because I'm very good at asides,
of course.
used to drive Matt crazy.
Yeah.
Peter had to, just unceremoniously, I was going to use an S word.
Yeah,
so
don't.
S-can me from the show, because I just wouldn't
Right.
shut up.
An hiatus you took.
I took a long hiatus from
Iotis.
the morning show. Oh, yeah. And after World War II, all of your, what do you call SSRI, your antidepressants, actually come from artificial antihistamines created in France and Switzerland.
I knew that.
Isn't that
I trust
good?
Switzerland. I
I
trust
knew that
Switzerland.
already. So.
So once again,
Very
she
neutral.
confirms I was at City Hall in the clerk's office. Joanna, were you registering to run? Tomorrow's the last day to run for office.
Joanna seems a little nosy.
And she asked me, did you talk to Glenn and ask him why he was in such a tizzy? Oh.
What is a tizzy?
So,
Okay, after
Perplexed.
that, we will not. I just want to say
Why not? Keep
that
going.
Glenn, from what I called an alderman, my former alderman, because I live in Ward 8 now, and asked him, and he called up, it's not Matt Connarton, it's Matt Norman, the city clerk, and he confirmed that Glenn indeed was at City Hall complaining about me.
Oh, really?
And I believe Peter White, too. And he said, Glenn, City Hall is not the place that you come to complain about somebody, making a light jest, a joke.
Yeah, a little jab.
You call the station, the boss of the station. You just don't come to City Hall. And
he went straight to the source.
oh yeah, we're not going to go into it because at 4:30, Maddie Juno's going to call in, and we're going to talk about Gigi Allen, the famous punk rocker that used feces as a kind of mode of expression.
What does that mean?
It was called shock rock.
Feces is the S word.
Oh, poop?
Yeah, like you
Okay.
defecate, you know.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't make the news. I just report it, as I told Glenn. And let me just, I'm going to be on Matt Connaughton's show after this. I think that's the more appropriate place to talk about this. I've yet to process all this.
Damage is
but,
done, John. Damage is done.
But you get
Oh,
more.
yeah,
You
the-
get
the-
more views on Connaughton.
No, when you and Kyle on, I get tremendous views.
I know.
Thank you.
But you always are late, and you never set up your camera.
I had
so
to
we don't do the podcast. Oh, I know what you did.
I had to get your phone.
We didn't even know where he was. Where were you at? Mike Doyle's house?
I was at my pool. I have a pool.
You don't have a pool.
I was chilling at
You
my
have that
pool.
little pool like a baby is in. and you
No,
just sit in there.
I
Yeah,
have
you
a
got little
paradise.
baby pools.
I
You
got a
put,
big
like,
boy
ice cubes
pool.
in your belly button.
I got a big
Or
boy
just
pool. I'm a
Ron
big
do it.
boy now.
You're a big
It's
boy.
right, and I go swimming
That's
in
a
the
John
deep
Sebastian
end,
song. You're a
which
big
is what
boy
you're
now.
in, the deep end, because
That
you're
was back-
swimming with sharks right now. Because Glenn is the people's mayor, and you better watch it.
You're traumatizing. People's Mayor My Heine. I don't know if we can say ass on the TV.
You can.
Who
just
made?
did.
I'm going to
Whoa.
ask you. Who made Glenn R.J. Ouellette the people's mayor? What'd you say? Oh, we got an
Himself.
incoming call. I never voted for Glenn as people's mayor.
I voted, and I didn't see his name. on the
Hi,
ballot.
welcome to WPYP. We have to say the primary host is traumatized and he's prone to flashbacks, and that's why we have Gonzo on the other side of the desk so I don't strangle him.
I'm a mediator.
Hello? Hi.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I was a little taken aback by that. This is Dirk.
Dirk,
Dirk.
our guest that needed your help never showed up. You know, I gave her the, what is it called? It's hermitite or something. The
Heimlich maneuver?
Skull made of some metal to absorb all the bad energy, and I guess it's just radiating bad energy now. Just in my opinion, just like a Glenn R.J. Ouellette.
Oh,
She has a skull
what's
made
her
of
name?
metal?
Oh yeah, she was going to bring it today. So
She's
we
not
could,
coming in.
No, that's why we have.
Glenn got to her.
He did.
What?
Well, you are Dirk.
I
You're
wanted to hear the-
number
I wanted
one,
to be
Dirk.
quick for you guys here.
I think you should call in Matt's show in the second hour.
No, let's talk
You
to
could
Dirk.
You could help.
No, I like
Matt.
Dirk Don.
Well, you only have 7 minutes, Dirk. I know
That's a
that
lot of time.
you were. I was triggered. I know you were triggered by my friend Big Steve over this. Well, I'm going to call it the demonic portal. Over the White House, but we people that were watching Matt's show like last week, I think we saw a demonic portal, not over Glenn R.J. Ouellette, but somewhere between him and the coffee mug, and I wasn't the only one that saw it. What would you say, Dirk?
About
The Hex
about
Master.
About the portals, or
Do you think, as a hex master, that Glenn R.J. Ouellette, that let's say a demonic portal could have
going
opened up
hard.
on him at the news desk in the Matt Connaughton show?
God, that man is the key to the portal. I just know it. I can sniff it.
So you think the God
Hey,
thing is
I almost
facade?
got
Yo,
bombed.
when you talk about someone's kids, people lose their mind.
What are we talking about?
That's why he got
I
so
don't know.
upset.
This is he calls Peter White. I mean, he started calling Peter. I'm going to use a Southern term
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
use it.
1970s
Easy.
days I learned in the Army. He called Peter White everything but a white man. Him and his so-called son from Africa.
Yeah.
They called him everything.
he had a baby.
They called him like, first of all, somebody that would use a kid to hide behind and say that Peter White is, the equivalent of somebody murdering school children.
No, Peter's
that's
cool.
Pretty.
Peter's
that's
a good
pretty-
guy.
That
that's
was
pretty
that was a
up.
poor segue. I agree with that.
I'm going to turn
like
this
that.
over to. Let's turn this over to
You're getting
Kyle.
you're getting excited.
I am. I've been triggered, and we don't have the.
You're getting a
we
rash.
don't have that metal skull to absorb my negative energy.
Yeah.
Kyle, you take over. You are the spokesperson, the ad hoc
I would
spokesperson
ambassador, yeah.
Ad
for
hoc.
the morning show.
So I think it's more of a crystal skull, like with Indiana Jones. I'm not. What's a metal
Well,
skull?
what does this
No,
have to
no,
do-
no.
we're-
Listen,
we're-
listen.
no, we're talking about
Did
Glenn
Glenn's
R.J.
kid
Ouellette.
have a baby or not? That's what it
I
comes
have
down
not
to.
seen the baby. I
Okay,
don't know.
Then we don't know.
Dirk, are there any portals that we can talk about that I can
I thought you were going to defend the morning.
I know when I
can
have a
defend the
kid,
morning
I
show.
tell
So
my
here's
parents.
the thing: we never talked about kids, or maybe we did. But here's the thing: when you sign yourself up for the
Kid
radio,
sounds like he's 30 or 40 years
No,
old.
listen, this is important, what he's about to say.
I'm going to shut up.
You're a public figure, Glenn.
you're a public figure. We're all a family.
Famous
And what do you do with your friends? You razz on them a little bit.
Yep.
You know, you give them some heat.
Shameful what he said about Peter White.
Yeah, it was a little
What's
discouraging.
about the kids, though? I never understood what he was talking about with, like, bringing the kids into it. I never heard anything about
I think
this.
he's just mad at
I'm gonna shut. Do you
Glenn
want to
was
sit over here,
whining and moaning on
Gonzo?
the
Because
show.
I'm acting up.
Maybe.
Maybe you should just focus the camera. Kyle, let's switch seats. So
Sure.
you're over
Okay.
here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm apocalyptic. Is it apocalyptic or
No,
apocalyptic?
you're upset. You're upset.
Well, it triggers, the Ted Gatsis.
Yeah, your fans about to hit it.
Is this better?
Oh,
Does this
that-
feel better?
oh, geez, you have the fan now on you.
Oh, it's
You
nice.
look better.
That sucks.
You look better over there.
Thanks, guys.
So you can make goo-goo eyes at him instead of me? I'm jealous now. Okay, I'm going to shut up.
So the thing is, people talk about my family all the time, naturally. And I'm not the top tier, Clayton. I don't know if you know me, Dirk. Very lower tier. It happens, but when you put your name in the limelight, there's going to be some pushback. You can't listen to. Stop laughing, please. You can't listen to what people say, especially in the comment section, because when a shark smells blood, you're done.
Oh yeah. Especially a woman
Well,
like.
have you seen the videos I put out? Like, I stir the pot. I 100% do this. I've done this with a certain politician. I did this with a certain New Yorker. I
Jealous
bully
one.
people on the internet, and you can't do that without expecting to get some of it back at some point.
That's exactly what
He
I'm saying.
talks about those kids all the time on the show. Raising money. Oh, no, I'm putting the phone back in my mouth.
He's just
Okay.
mad that they didn't tell him about the new joyous family member.
But no, what I'm.
The grandkid's 8 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dirk, I appreciate what you do, and again, I can take the heat, but I'm not going on and for lack of a term, crying the next day.
Peter White is a good guy, and
He's all right.
Glenn knows him a lot.
Peter White's a good guy.
Yeah, I haven't listened to much of him, but I understand. That dude is absolutely chill.
He's
I
pretty
mean,
chill.
he knows what he's doing, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But the point is,
Glenn's a good guy too.
you got to know what you sign up for when you come on here.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
The thing is,
I-
go ahead, Dirk.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Like Glenn is doing everything that he can right now to make himself a lol cow. That is somebody that is continuously watched to see what he does next to mock. And if Glenn's not careful, he's able to make it worse for himself. I've seen this. I watch it happen all the time.
I agree with you.
Can you elaborate on that though? What could get worse? In what scenario would it be worse? You mean?
He went to the city hall.
Hold on.
Oh,
What
shut
could
up. Shut up,
if
John.
if it became worse? What would happen? What do you mean?
That's the thing. You don't always know what is going to happen to make it worse. You can have an outline of like what kind of things you do and don't do, but a person that makes himself that turns himself into a laughing stock, the next thing is always a surprise.
Right, and they become a character of themselves, don't they?
It's
Yeah.
happened to me.
But the other thing is, even if it's a negative comment, a negative view, a negative call, they're still watching.
Yeah, it's a view.
So you got to take it in a positive stride, and I think that's another thing. I've had so many terrible, terrible things said to me.
But it's more of a chance they'll say hi to you on the street, and that's what
Of course
it all
they will.
comes down to.
They-
Being recognized.
I would say 90% of the time they'll never say that to your face.
But then they'll be like,
there's-
Kyle.
They think they have some kind of I don't know, clout,
they think
clout
they
in
know
the
you,
chat
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
It's a safe place for them, but they'll never say that to you to your face. And again, they're still watching. It's still a view. It's still a positive thing. Even they're
right.
saying negative things.
No one wants to hear Barbara
Yeah.
Streisand.
I'm not Barbara. I'm Kyle.
No thanks.
All right, I better get off the phone line because you guys got a call at 4:30. So,
Okay.
thanks a lot. You guys take it easy.
Thank you, Derek.
All right, Dirk.
Okay, thank you very much.
And that's our
Actu-
reach. That's our reach. We got the
Actu-
whole country watching.
Oh, that's true. Everybody's. I was at City Hall, saying hello to. It's a wonderful place. The new City Hall.
Do people just hang out at City Hall now?
No,
No, we're
it's the
talking-
City Hall bar.
The
Oh, yeah.
bar,
Or pub, sorry,
which I
pub.
I asked you to come over.
The bar at City Hall now?
Tim
No,
Baines
it's
would
across
have
the
bought
street.
you free beer.
Damn it, he said that?
No.
He was going to buy me one, but I only had water.
Me too.
I was there and talking to him and explaining what happened. And we need and
course you are.
explain. Can you put back the other background? I was explaining to Tim Baines, former alderman of Ward 3, that we have been forced. The people. I am a people.
You are
I
a
have
people.
never voted for people's mayor. That we have created
He's
the
a
people.
person.
I have to look over here. Well, I can look straight
touching
ahead.
you to make
I
sure.
can't look straight ahead because Kyle, your head's in front of it. We've created the well, I don't know. A group of peoples have created the People's Ad Hoc Committee to select the official people's mayor.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because who made Glenn the people's mayor? I mean, this kid who sounds like 40, 45 years old. No comments from the peanut gallery.
How long has he been mayor for the people?
How long has he been people's mayor without a vote?
30 years, probably.
I don't think he's been in here 30 years. Well, he came in '88, right? With the
He left the country for a while, though.
well, he is well, he claims he's born in the international bridge between New Brunswick and God knows where. I didn't even know New Brunswick was a foreign country until Glenn.
Oh, I knew he was the
It's-
people's
it's
mayor.
not a-
I don't
it's
even
not
know
a-
how he got it. He
It's a
just
problem.
How did Glenn become the people's mayor? I never got to vote. I've been here since January 1, 2010. I voted in many elections. I've run in multiple elections and
For people's
my
mayor?
ass handed to me. I've lost.
This is one you might win again.
I don't know if you can
could
say
win.
that.
I'm not running.
Are you
again.
going against him, or like I just assumed he'd die the people's mayor? Like he would just be people's mayor forever.
It's not about me, Gonzo. It's
Right.
about the People's Ad Hoc Committee to select the
What
official
does ad
people's
hoc
mayor.
mean?
It's ad hoc. It's Latin.
Oh.
Glenn speaks French, and we've decided to use Latin to
Carpe
confuse
diem, bro.
people. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, you know,
Season
Born
day.
on a bridge with a smushed nose.
he has a smushed nose.
That's what he said.
He is.
That's what he said. He said he's part smushed
I was
nose.
a breech bird.
So I just actually decided to go a step above people's mayor, and I'm self-appointing myself people's governor now.
You mean you're not going to put
I can
yourself
be both.
up for the people's mayor?
I
I'm
will throw my
people's
hat in the ring
alderman.
for that. Yes.
I'm gonna be a people's alderman.
Well, I'm going to announce. I think when is the next alderman's meeting?
2 years.
No,
Election.
I think it's later this year. I intended to go.
Is Glenn an alderman, former alderman ever?
No.
No, okay.
Glenn, I think he got 100 votes during one election.
Damn.
But I might be wrong.
Then he's the people's mayor.
I have there's no evidence online or at City Hall that he is ever appointed or elected to the office.
I think
of people's
Victoria
mayor.
Sullivan should be the people's mayor.
No, Victoria Sullivan is styles herself.
She's wonderful.
Styles herself. Okay, we're not getting into sex now. The real mayor of Manchester. That's a different thing than the people's mayor. Actually, the real mayor, I think we can all agree, is Joyce Craig.
Why do
She
you
was,
say-
she was elected, yes.
Why'd you
that's
say
correct.
the S
Time
word?
out. Here, put the phone in your mouth.
Can you guys,
I did.
why
it.
are we sharing phones? And
Can we have a close up of Gonzo?
there's
There
a
we
lot of the same phone.
Kyle,
multiple
you
mouths.
take it over.
I don't know what to take over anymore. I think that there should be an electoral process.
Process.
Maybe even just a polling
trial.
or something.
Process in German is
Keep
a
the
trial.
phone in your mouth, sweetheart.
Yeah, you've been naughty.
You both been naughty.
Talk.
I got another phone.
I want to talk.
Okay. So here's the thing. I don't want to take anything away from Glenn. Yeah, still love him, but
Platonically?
I don't. No, strictly sexually, of course.
Oh my
Platonically.
God.
Stop being silly, guys. Let's
It's
focus.
like, well, there's
Desperation.
the elevator. It does.
Can you
doesn't
stop
it?
putting phones in
Can I
your
bump
mouths? Like, what are we? What are we
So
doing?
gross.
I'm trying to be serious.
Well, Ben, be serious.
Take it. Just zoom in on him.
What's the matter
Zoom
with
in
you?
on Kyle.
Do your thing, bro.
I think Glenn's got a lot of heat going on, and I think he's overcompensating for what's actually going on.
If you zoom on him, they don't see my fat belly.
Actually,
There you
zoom in on the fat belly instead. It makes me more
I
comfortable.
almost F-bombed again. No! Hey, this is my show. Back over there or here.
So I just want to maybe I want to go to governor and just
No,
You can
mayor.
start at mayor
No,
before you become
Clayton
the
is a
people's governor.
Manchester
you can start
guy.
wherever you want.
Clayton's at Manchester. Don't go too far.
Clayton is a fine name with a.
For Manchester only.
There is a John Clayton book at Tim Baines' City Hall.
I'm
yeah,
very much
and
aware
not
of
in
that.
I saw
Pembroke,
it.
not in
I saw it.
Saskatchewan.
Nashua.
Or New Brunswick.
Or
wherever Glenn's from.
Hudson. Or
Hudson.
What's going on in Hudson?
I'm saying New Hampshire. You're trying to be governor. You're Clayton. You're Manchester.
Well, why would I sell myself
stay
short?
in your lane.
Manchester's bigger than New Hampshire.
Stay in your Clayton.
Why would I sell myself short and just
G.G. Allen is from Manchester.
Get over yourself.
G.G. Allen is actually
Grace
not
Battalion.
from Manchester.
Grow up.
McDonald's.
Grow up.
That actor that
McDonald's is not from Manchester.
Oh,
they were from
Joaquin
Medford,
Phoenix.
and they went to West High.
Oh, Annie Duke, the poker player.
No, the damn guy that made the Billy Madison.
Yeah, Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He's actually from New York. He was raised
No,
here.
he has a sister. He was a dentist.
Right,
He had
he
a
was
sister.
raised here.
He had a sister.
He has a sister who's a
Yeah,
dentist.
you dummy.
He went to Central High.
I
Get
understand.
over here. Grow
I
up.
did. Gentlemen, I'm saying he was not born in Manchester. He
Put that
moved
phone
here.
in his mouth.
In my mouth.
I think you should put that Sharpie up somewhere.
Ridiculous.
It's not my fault. I was just it was just a jest.
I understand that. I'm just saying he was not born in Manchester.
You need to make eye
Adam
contact
Sandler
with the
was born in
audience.
Manchester.
I am, but I'm actually looking things up to prove that I'm right because I'm always right.
But you're a Clayton, so you don't go outside
Clayton's
Manchester.
supposed to know everything.
Clayton, stay in Manchester.
I would think that either you or your uncle is the favorite to become the.
Remember
the
you went to
official
that bar in Mass with that Tinder date? How'd
like
that
being
go?
It did not go.
Exactly. Why didn't it go well? Because you weren't in Manchester.
A Tinder date?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go on dates, John.
Sure thing, as
I
they
haven't been
call
on
it.
a date since 1986.
G.G. Allen was born in Lancaster, or New Hampshire. Adam Sandler was born in New York. They're
G.G.
not-
Allen comes after.
We're talking about Kyle Clayton, though.
I was born and raised.
There we go.
At the
There he
Elliott.
is. G.G. Allen.
Yep, he was in the Jabbers at that point.
He has hair in this one.
Yeah, there's a.
Possessor of a micro.
Why is he calling in or something?
That's not the Murder Junkies
Had a micro
version.
penis. That's what happened. That's why I think
I don't
he got
even know what
screwed
that
up.
means.
So
You don't?
you want to talk about
I
G.G.
can-
Allen? Do either of
I
you
know what a
know G.G.
compound
Allen?
word
Have you
is.
have you listened to his music?
No, I don't even.
Okay, I am going to ask. Since this has gone to hell,
I have lost
We've-
control again every time.
It's because Hopwood's here again.
I don't know. You guys keep putting phones in your mouths.
well, that was to try to shut ourselves off.
It didn't work.
He just tasted good.
Let's go. I would just say that Glenn owes Peter White an apology.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're demanding.
Apology. Blame it all on me. Peter is just innocent in this.
So I gotta go back and put the camera on my. Okay, thank you.
You were on.
I demand
I
an
don't think that you
apology
should have the right to put
out of
the
you,
camera on
Glenn,
you.
and I want it sung in song form. I want an original, and I want it in the style of Tony Bennett.
We are going to do a karaoke show with Katie and Texas Mike.
Great.
Oh,
We're
that'd be a
talking
bad
about
one for sure.
apologies here.
You're going to have to be here because you have the iPad.
I've settled my quarrels.
Lyrics.
I've settled my quarrels with the temporary people's mayor. We have an incoming call.
My
John.
iPod.
I don't know what button. it
My
is.
iPad has got me into so many things.
Oh, give him the Hide. It's WPYP.
Hey, it's Wpyp-Tv.
Hi, welcome to WWPP.
Hey, who is this?
Hey, it's Juno.
Thank you,
Maddie
Juno.
Juno on
Maddie
the air.
Juno.
Daddy Juno, Rockstar.
Maddie,
How
can
you
you,
doing, man? Sorry I couldn't make it in today. Got to change a water heater, The old RV needed one, so.
Well, we didn't get the metal skull either. That is a sink for bad karma. That didn't arrive either. So
you keep talking about metal skulls. I don't know what that means.
Well, you take it over. We're gonna.
Well, I have a question for
GG.
Matt real quick.
Oh, okay.
Matt,
That's
since
fine.
being on the morning show, do you feel more Manchester
Yep.
famous?
Manchester famous.
What?
Do you feel more Manchester famous being out in the spotlight? Have you ever been honked at? Have you gotten your butt squeezed in line at
honestly,
the...
I just don't
Look at him,
take
he's
it.
arrested.
I don't take it too serious, and either I don't take myself too serious. Why would I? I mean,
Exactly.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
You're so cool. What is that?
Hey, can you throw that picture of him under arrest?
Are you
on
being
all the,
arrested right there?
You're with some cop with long blonde hair. Looks like a. Well, we really can't use the term woman though. Can you just throw it up like on the screen briefly? The whole thing.
You're going
the
to call her a
audience?
dame.
Maddie, just bear with us, please.
Oh, okay. We can see it. I hope, and
We know what's going on.
I think we have a compromising picture of you being pinched.
All right,
But,
stop. I wasn't trying to be satirical right there.
Satirical.
I was just trying to say, hey, welcome to the famous team, bro.
It's 4:40.
Hey,
and
welcome.
Take
Hey,
it away.
no problem, dude. It's good. I can't see what you're talking about, but that's all right.
That's probably for the best.
It's you and a girl getting arrested. You're getting arrested by
No, it's a woman cop with a hat with a.
I think
she's
it's
got
your
the badge.
Skype picture or something.
I've never been arrested by a woman cop.
Did you?
I mean,
break-
I
Oh,
know
where
there's
did we
a
get
ton of
this-
mugshots out there of me.
We got
But
this
I've never been
picture.
arrested by a woman cop.
I don't know. it
Well,
says you did.
you're gonna have to
Saying I
watch
wouldn't
the
wanna be.
rerun.
Maddie, it looks like a fun Halloween party to me, if I were to guess.
She's
Oh, maybe
pretty.
it was. Huh?
She's pretty
very,
tall.
She's very pretty.
But
Good looking.
just
too.
real quick, I
Oh, wait a second. Okay, I think I know. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yep. All right, you're talking about that. That's Daytona.
yeah, she looks pretty.
Daytona. Huh? Can we
Yeah.
get her as a guest? Can
Her
we
name-
get her as
I
guest?
can have Emily call.
No, we
Emily's a good
want her
friend
on
of
the
mine. She's
show.
awesome.
We want Daytona.
I'm as horny
Yeah,
as a
she actually-
10-prong
she lives down
nematode.
south, though, but Miss Emily Boyd, yeah, she's awesome. I'll post in the chat room. I'll post her info because she's like a good, like a big model, all that. She does all the events.
yeah, we'd
She's
love
awesome.
that.
Emily is, and she's a sweetheart.
I preferred
If
Mary.
she comes
Vernon,
up to
but-
Laconia this year, she'll go on the show 100%.
Oh, bitchin', man, bitchin'.
Sure
What
is.
is a hematode?
Yeah.
Nematode.
What is that?
It's kind of worm they use in experiments.
Maddie, I just
Yeah,
real.
my life's kind of fun. Like,
At
you know, I
Southern
don't have
Maine
kids, I
University.
don't have any of that, so I just travel around and do what I want to do.
Well, you got to figure the heat. What
Yo.
are you fixing again?
You can have fun with kids.
All right,
So,
no,
hey,
no
anyway,
talk
so
about
what's up with
kids.
Gigi?
I know they're not fun. I get it.
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna
let's
talk about
absolutely-
Gigi
Let's talk
Allen.
about Gigi.
Yeah, you, Kyle, take it away.
All right, sure. Hey, Maddie, how are you?
He
Yeah,
was.
good. How you doing?
You were on the morning show Monday, and you brought up was it all in the family, and about Gigi
Yep.
Allen, and both Peter White and myself were fascinated, and Kyle couldn't be found that day. So
I slept in that day.
yeah, let's
All right, so
inform us.
are you more a jabbers
Where's that
guy,
at?
Maddie?
What?
Are you more of a jabbers guy? Murder junkies? What kind
You
of?
know, I'm more of a murder junkie fan, honestly. Like, I mean, there's a few more bands I like better, but I'm not really gonna like, the Texas dudes, all that. 'Cause Gigi, you gotta remember, Gigi, like, he's no one to look up to, he's no one to idolize, whatever, but what he did was amazing. Because still to this day, we're talking about him.
And of course we are. And Merle still.
And actually, he's talked about more now that he's gone than he ever was alive.
I think that was his goal at the end of the day. I mean,
Well,
I don't think the
his
intention.
his goal was to bring rock and roll back to rock and roll.
And I mean, I think he did that, but that's all perspective, I believe. But Merle's still holding on strong, trying to keep the legacy alive. I know they've had a couple new singers try and replicate what he's doing, which you can't really do in these times, unfortunately.
Well, no, he's not trying to replicate it. I like what Merle's doing. Because Merle is keeping, like, the murder junkies alive and all that, and they have, like, guest singers and different ones.
Right.
But those singers aren't trying to be Gigi.
That's key
They're
because
not,
you can never be.
They're not on stage cutting themselves, they're just singing the songs and paying respect to what Gigi did.
Right. Well, and again,
You know what I mean?
they're not doing the shock value that Gigi
Right.
provided us. Fun fact: my mother saw Gigi when right before she was pregnant with me, but it was before his aesthetic performances, if you will.
Well, supposedly he has, there's a rumor he has 2 daughters
I know
from
one.
Manchester.
Yep, I know one
Okay,
very well.
Yeah, we will not bring up her name,
No, we will not.
just because, like, she hates
No, I know.
who he is and what he's about.
I used to have sleepovers
So-
there all the time.
Yeah, and, like, she was, like, raised for the first, like, 3 years of her life by her grandma.
Correct.
Gigi's mom. Yes. But Gigi, Merle, he's a good dude. He's just he's a freak like the rest of us. I mean, I'm an old school skateboarder. I've been skateboarding since I was 5 years old. I mean, we're all freaks and geeks like that, like, that's just what it's all about. But he took it to, like, that weird extreme where, all right, not something I do, not something I even, like, I don't respect a lot of his actions. But I respect the fact that he really did follow through on what he wanted to do.
Right, and he had some pretty prominent talk shows at certain points back
Oh
in the
yeah,
day.
he was on Springer, Geraldo.
Geraldo, that was a great one. That was a great one, yeah.
Yes. Well, no, Springer was the real big one because when he was on Jerry Springer, a lot of people don't know this, but Jerry Springer, when that show first started, it was a serious talk show, like Oprah.
No kidding.
Yep, and he was on during that era when it first started. And he was also on, I think, like Sally Jesse Raphael, all that stuff.
Mm.
And, like, it talks about all these girls falling, and it's great because I think the best part about Gigi, though, is all the rumors that aren't true.
Yeah, I've heard, obviously,
You know, like,
multiple.
oh, his 14-year-old girlfriend shot him up in a hotel room the night he died, and da-da-da-da. It's like, no.
No, I believe there's a video, if I'm not mistaken, of his last show.
There's a video of right before and all that, right, and he was with Todd Phillips.
Yeah. And he's walking down,
Which
is it
is-
New York?
Yeah. And if anyone, most people don't know, but Todd Phillips is a very, very, very prominent movie director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, they were filming Hated.
Yeah, especially with law enforcement and a bunch of more conservative people. But again, his following was more loyal than you can find anywhere.
Well,
at
yeah,
this
and
point.
it's actually stronger now than ever.
I agree.
So, it's crazy, though. But, like, again, I like to stress this, this is not someone you want to glamorize. I mean, as punk rock as I am and all that stuff, I mean, you know, raping women on stage and beating people up in the crowd and all that. I mean, yeah, it's great for shock and you know what you're getting into when you went to the show back then, but
No,
it's still not to be glamorized.
No, it never. It should not be idolized either. I agree, but it's interesting because people at that point are going for that thrill, and they would pay money.
Well, plus,
pay money to go do that.
right.
But then the people that would
Well, and
sue
you know
him,
what?
knowing full well what he can do and what he's known for, would get upset about it. It's like that's what you get what you pay
Well,
for.
no one ever got upset back then. No one ever got upset about it. They went to the shows. They knew what they were getting into. They knew what was going to happen, and that was like one thing that I will say. But like, I think what cracks me up is you got a guy like that, right?
Yep.
Never got paid. Like when he was around, like now the murder junkies that get paid when they play, right? They never got paid because he would destroy everything.
Okay, they owed money at the end of the day. Of
Right.
course.
Yep, but then you have someone like one of my favorite artists of all time. He's like him and Billy Gibbons. These are my two favorite people in like rock and roll. But like Billy Gibbons and Peter Steele, rest in peace. Because Peter Steele would actually like. A lot of people don't know this about Peter, but like he would call people up on stage and be like, "What? All right, sorry about the language. What the bleep are you doing here?
Right.
What do you mean? How old are you? I'm going to call your mom. Here's your $10 back. I'm going to call your mom so she knows where her kid is. And now you go home."
That's very responsible.
And they would be on stage being like, "Dude, we suck. Why are you even here? I'm going to pay all of you to leave."
What band was he in? I apologize.
Typo Negative.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Carnivore.
Yep.
Yep. And it's funny because actually when they Pantera, they were opening for Pantera after Pantera had opened for them when they were first started, but they actually opened for Pantera, and it was like Phil Anselmo's birthday or whatever, and they were throwing cake and all kinds of stuff on the stage. Peter Steele came out with a broom and swept the stage while they were playing.
That's a gentleman right there.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny because there's a lot of rock and roll history that people don't know, and even like in New Hampshire.
Oh, it's
We've got some really, really cool stuff that happened around here.
Well, I think the problem is once they leave New Hampshire, they don't say they're from New Hampshire. They'll say like Boston area or something like that.
There are everyone.
Yeah, but you gotta remember your roots, where you came from. That's very crucial.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, we know where you
And they're
came from,
Boston.
Aerosmith. Godsmack, looking at you.
Oh yeah, Godsmack. You mean somewhere outside Boston?
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
Amherst,
outside
New
Boston.
Hampshire.
It's a whole different state,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
Amherst. Right. No, 100%. Like Sully, I mean, Sully's a cool dude, whatever. But like, oh yeah, he's always played the Boston thing. Same with that. Who else is it? What's the other one there? Aaron Lewis and them.
Stained.
Yeah, those dudes are from Worcester and always claim Boston.
Yeah, and I know because it's a city people know, and I understand that, and it gives you more
Right.
more clout. But I think it'd be cooler if you said you're coming from this local town. Like you don't have to be from the Boston
Yeah,
scene,
you mean
the
like
New
the
York
Bruisers,
scene.
right? The Bruisers. What do they do?
I have an update about
We're from
Hopwood.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yes, thank you, and that's what I need. Nobody, Manchester, maybe Concord, people might know, but Portsmouth, nobody knows that. But you're owning where you came from, what brought you up.
Dude, another. Hate to cut you off a little, but dude, one of the best two of them all. Rest in peace, obviously, but Ronnie James Dio.
Very true. Very true.
Dude, that dude lived in Portsmouth his whole life.
Yep. And look what he did. He's a holy diver now. In heaven.
Dude, he was in Black Sabbath.
He
I
was.
don't care, even though you may not be Ozzy, but still, you were the only person that could take Ozzy's place.
My dad has a hot take.
That's pretty.
My dad prefers Rodney over Ozzy in Black Sabbath.
Oh, well, you see, I don't prefer Sabbath, but as a singer solo, oh yeah, all day.
He's incredible.
Ronnie James.
Very talented. But again, he knows he's from New Hampshire. And again, you got to be
Yeah.
proud of your state. That's what it comes down to.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at really, a lot of good artists, even bad ones. It's nice to see, them be proud. But we have a lot of fame in New Hampshire.
That we do.
Yeah, we got some big actor dude, I guess, that came from here. He makes some comedy movies. Oh yeah, that's his name. What's his name again? Hold on.
Yeah, can you look that up, please?
Sandler.
Bill Blasey.
Sarah Silverman.
Yes, that's
his
the
name.
one. That's the one.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
talented.
He's funny.
He's funny.
So
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Hopwood's back. He had a panic attack.
You guys are both
outside.
bad.
No, what happened was, I quit smoking. I made a pact with my mother back in 1990 when I was going to shack up with this woman who didn't like smoking. And we both agreed not to smoke anymore. And I don't want to mention the name. Has driven me back. I just had a cigarette.
You did?
Calm my nerves. So, yeah.
Yeah, Matt, it's been me and you for the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Dude, cigarettes are horrible.
Yeah, they're very
Oh,
bad.
they
I quit smoking 2 years ago, and it's the best thing I ever did.
You look great, Maddie.
It's like
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
I mean, not as good as the one with you and the nice, attractive lady cop, but you still look great.
Don't draw that, John.
Yeah, well, dude, I gotta say though, I'm starting to try to catch up with Kyle there, cause Kyle, dude, young Clayton, he's quite the style icon.
It's all from
He's got
Savers.
like that punk rock, I don't care look, but he puts a little effort in.
It's growing as I get older. Yeah. And yeah, I do enjoy. People don't know it. Like I'm wearing a corgi shirt with floral patterning right now. But
Corgi,
Yeah,
like
I can
in
tell.
Queen
I've
Elizabeth's
been able to
dogs.
tell, dude.
Maddie, I can skank with the best of them still. Okay, I might need 2 days rest after,
Yeah.
but I still got it in me.
Dude, listen, man, as long as you're okay, I don't care. I just worry about you, When I don't see you on a Monday or a Tuesday, I don't know. I'm like, oh, well, we got to make sure he's okay.
I'm perfectly fine. No, I work a lot, and
a
Daddy needs
bit.
some sleep sometimes.
That's a bit he does to get attention.
Well, you know what? You know what I'm going to do this weekend?
What do
I'm
you?
going to take Kyle out for drinks.
Nice.
That would be
Fine,
excellent.
How about me?
Why can't I come?
Yeah, all right. I'll take 2 people. Kyle gets to pick who else gets to come.
I will take drinks for 2 people
But
for me,
just
please.
remember, you guys, like when I say drinks on me, I mean you got to take the drinks off me. Like the drinks will be on me, and then you got to drink them.
I can do that. Absolutely.
Oh, like
That's sexy.
like a sushi roll type of deal. Like,
Sexy.
Yeah, it's kind of like naked sushi, except
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the smelly old skateboarder.
What are we doing this?
Well, no, Maddie, we're now friends
I
on the
don't know.
internet, so we can definitely accommodate that. You don't have to buy me drinks, but I would love to. I'd love to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Haven't you two ever been
yeah, we
on the morning show
definitely will.
together?
We have met, of course, but we've never
All right,
hung out.
guys. Well, hey, listen, I got to get a water heater put in. I got to finish this. I'm sorry I couldn't make it in, but how about next week we figure out a day that I come in, and actually I'm on the show.
That would be fantastic.
That'd
And
be
I
great.
appreciate you keep saying we know how to put water heaters in. Like, you know how it is. I have no idea how to put a water heater in. So I respect you for that as well.
My brother put one in.
Well,
himself.
yeah, I mean, you know, never been a rich guy. I just gotta figure out how to make things happen for myself, right?
You're
Is
self-sufficient.
Ron die on tomorrow?
Robbio.
If I was a Glenn.
Well, we're going to say goodbye to Maddie real quick.
Yeah, let's say goodbye to our guest.
Maddie,
Thank you.
really appreciate you, buddy. I've
Thank you
lost
for
control.
calling WPYP-TV.
Oh, you mean all day long I dream about skateboarding?
Yes.
Call in can you make it in 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
It's rude.
Yeah.
Why
We'll
not
probably
next
have the metal skull then.
Why not next week?
Ross Terrio's going to be on.
Oh, I'm
Guys,
in
he's
for
got to
that.
put a water heater in. We
my
got to let
boy.
Maddie go.
Me and Russ are boys.
Can you say
All
goodbye?
right, well, just call me and let me know, but it was great talking
Did he
with
get
you
it at
guys.
Home
I hope-
Depot? Did Glenn
Obviously, a
help him?
great show. If you had young Clayton on here, it must be awesome.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you, buddy.
And
He's the best Clayton out of all of them.
He's
I mean,
clickbait.
you know, John and them are cool. They do some kind of okay shit, but, I mean,
oh,
stuff.
no S
Dude.
bombing. No S bombing.
Hey.
This isn't a podcast.
I
That's an
caught
interception.
myself.
So, can I ask you before you go, Maddie, Juno? Are you Are you nominating officially Kyle Clayton as the official people's mayor of the Queen City?
Oh, 100% I back that.
There we go. There we go. We got our first.
I vote for Glenn.
Dude, I 100%, I 100% like second that motion.
I truly
And you know what?
appreciate that.
Not just Nick is here with me, my homie, and he third it.
Okay,
Thank you, buddy.
2 to
Bring
1.
him too.
2 to 1 now.
Yep.
Yeah, bring all the homies, buddy.
Yeah, man. Bring them all.
All right.
All right,
Love
man,
you,
we'll see
buddy.
you soon,
We'll
bud.
see you guys in 2 weeks, and have a good day.
I'll see you before then, my
Thanks
friend.
again for letting me call in.
I'll see
yeah,
you
I'll
on
see you
Tuesday,
I'll see you on the
probably.
morning show.
All right,
Probably
buddy.
Tuesday, right?
All right, brother.
All right, man.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Have a good day. You guys have a great one.
Thank you so much.
What a good get Peter White got on that one, huh?
Very good.
Now, Kyle,
9.
as the host, you are going to have to sign off. You got about 2 minutes.
wanna sit
We
in
did
your
have a
house seat.
great video. What was the song called, Brendan? I can't quite remember. No, you are
You
the host
said-
when I'm not here.
You said.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to sign off as
But you
Kyle
weren't-
Clayton from
you get 2
WPYP-TV. No, I'm going to let you guys, because you abandoned me. Now I'm going to let you guys take over.
Okay, take
Good
it
luck,
away.
kids.
Take it away. Take it away, Gonzo.
All right. All right, that does it for WPYP-TV today. We want to thank Matt Juno for calling in. We want to thank Dirk Don for calling in. I want to say hi to Tyler, Shauna, and Joanne. And Joanna, also, eat your heart out, baby. It ain't my fault I'm sexy, baby.
He's
And
too sexy for his
arms. And next week we have Ross Terrio, former alderman, lost a nail biter. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of that.
candidate for state senate.
Candidate for state senate. And I'd like to welcome coming up, we have Norm's Friends. I saw Anthony out there, a great artist from Manchester, as well as a couple other people. And
gotta go.
that's that for me. Until next time, keep it real, Manchester.
Tune in 95.3 FM. I'm going to be on. We'll be discussing this scandal.
Pew, pew, pew. Long ago, when I was a guest on Sassy Shane's show, I fell in love with you at the Lewiston studio. Your voice sounds so sweet on the M&H beat, but you're not really with me, it's just the radio. Don't you remember that I told you that I loved you, Yeti? You told me you'd be moving to the Queen